Now let's use some of the correction tools to fix some areas in this photo. Let's zoom in a little bit and go right to the area above and to the right of the little girl's head. You see this brighter area that's a little overexposed on the bricks. We're just going to use the clone stamp tool as a correction tool to fill that in. So about halfway, midway down your toolbar, you'll find clone stamp tool. Now the way this works, you must first select an area that you want it to clone. So you do that by holding down the Alt key, and you'll see now this will turn into a crosshairs. So for this, we want to kind of choose a similar brick to fill this in. So I'm going to go above and to the right a little bit, right about here, and click. And you'll see as I hover, it's going to show me what it's going to clone. If I click and hold and drag down, it will start cloning the area that I had selected. Okay, and I can just continue to go through till about there. As you see, we use some bricks to just fill that in with the clone stamp tool. There are some similar tools we can use for correction. Let's move over a bit to this part of the picture, and you'll see this dark area right above here. Let's use the spot healing tool for this. So two tools above what we just used, you'll see the little band-aid looking thing. That's the spot healing brush. This is really good if you just have one little blemish or one imperfection that'll fit inside of a circle. You can just click and get rid of it, and it's smart enough to use the areas around it to fill it in, almost like a content aware fill. So if your circle does not fit, you can go into the options bar to adjust the pixel size. You want to just get a good enough fit around it, but not too tight. See, I'm going to go back 19 or 20. Should be good. And you see that fits in there. I click, and it's gone. If you look really closely, you'll see a bit of a circle there, so you can always try to just click a few more times to smooth it out. And as you zoom out, that'll completely disappear. Another healing tool we can use is the healing brush. So if we look at the hidden tools under the spot healing brush, you'll find the healing brush. This one works similar to the clone stamp, where we have to choose which part of the bricks or what part of the picture we want to use to paint over something. So in this case, we want to get rid of this green crack looking thing here. So if we hold down Alt, we get that same crosshairs. We can choose a piece of the brick to the left or to the right. In this case, I'll go to the left. And you'll see we'll be able to correct right over this. So I'm going to click a little farther out here. I'm going to come right over here. Try to line the bricks, the lines of the bricks up as best you can, and paint to the right. And each time I let go of the mouse and click again, it goes back to that same area. So I can always repick the selection with the crosshairs by holding Alt, and then continue to correct the spots. Okay, so that's pretty good. I mean, you can always go over it several times, undo it, redo it until you get it looking really the way you want it to. Okay, the last healing tool we're going to use is the patch tool. Again, hidden under this band-aid tool, you'll see the patch tool. This is really cool. It acts as a lasso. Like the lasso tool, if you hold down the mouse button and trace around an area completely that you want to fill in. So we're going to use this brown graffiti area that's right above the yellow section. We'll start over here on the side. I'll click and hold, and you see as I drag around, there's a small little line going in. So I'm going to try to go quickly and fill in, surround this entire area as best we can. And we're on the bottom. I'll go above these brown spots since they're actually part of what's below. You must hold the mouse the whole time. That's the key. And once I get back here, I let go, and you see it now has created a selection, a marquee. Now our icon has changed. You see it's the little patch, but it's got an arrow to the right and a cursor up on the top left. What's really cool now is we get to drag this up, and it will reflect or patch in whatever we move this shape to. This is kind of a complicated big shape. A smaller shape might be easier to really pull this off nicely. But something we want to do first is actually modify the selection. So if we go to the select menu, we can go to refine edge. And then here we're just going to soften the edges with some of the smooth number going up and the feather to move up. We just want it to blend a lot nicer. So I'm going to keep it about there. Press OK. Now, as I click and drag up, check out how it will take whatever I put in this selection and put it inside of there. Really, really cool tool to use. I'm going to try to get rid of that green. Keep it right there. And now if I deselect, you'll see this is all filled in nicely. In the next part, we're just going to finish this up with some sharpening and how to export it to a different file format.